The first mob has been confirmed for the Minecraft mob mode, and it is the crab. My name's PlankGameV58, and this is what the crab will do. Let's go ahead and start off with what is blatantly obvious. The crab will be found in mangrove swamps, something I personally dislike. I mean, sure, it's realistic, but when I think of crabs with big claws, I usually think of the ocean, and I feel like that is what others usually think of. So I don't really like the fact that they're only going to be found in mangrove swamps. Also, the mangrove swamp was only added in 1.19, and we are going on to 1.20, so it's still really recent. So it makes me wonder why they didn't just add them in 1.19. Now with where they spawn, what is the crab actually going to do? So when Jeb announced that only cute animals are going to be added in this mob vote, I and many others originally thought that these mobs were going to have no use. But that is actually wrong. Something that the crab does that honestly I feel like makes the mob vote seem better is the crab will drop a claw which will boost your place block range. How will this make the mob vote better? Well, if you watched the video that I made called How to Fix the Mob Vote, you would know that I talked about that one of the things that would improve the mob vote significantly is by fleshing out the mobs a little bit more in the announcement trailers, just so we know what we're working with and don't accidentally vote something in like the Phantom. Now, something I'm a bit worried about is how exactly they're going to give the crab its place block range boost. Now, there are really three ways I feel as though they could add this feature with it still making sense. Starting with the way that I feel like makes the most sense, you must hold it in your offhand. I don't think I have to state why this would suck. I mean, this means no totems or shields while building, and when you would need to use the crab claw for large and tall builds, you would risk dying by slipping off the edge. So for people that play in hardcore, which is what most big builds nowadays are built on, this would suck for those people. Another way that I feel as though they can incorporate this feature is by simply having you eat the claw. I mean, we all eat crab claws, so it kinda makes sense. And after eating the claw, you would get a buff that, for a while, would increase the range that you could build at. This would also make people want to seek out the crabs more often, instead of just the once. Now, the big downside to this, obviously, is the fact that the buff is not permanent, so it would kind of be a hassle to go and find crabs every single time you need the claw, or if you decide to make a farm at your base, it would be a pain to get the crabs over there. Finally is the method that I think they will most likely probably not add. This is that you will have to hold the crab claw in order to get the buff. And by hold it, I mean hold it in your main hand. Okay, not in your offhand. How would this work? Well, one of two ways. Either you would have to put a stack of blocks in the claw every single time you run out, or the claw would only require one block, and then it would automatically grab straight from your inventory. To summarize, the crab is a very, very cool idea, but I don't really think it would improve gameplay. Now, this is obviously just the first mob to be released, so we can't tell too fast, but I can most likely say that the intended use for the crab will most likely not be used, and I can also most likely say that the crab will probably not get voted in. But hey, that's just my opinion. We haven't seen the other two mobs yet, and well, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see more, go watch this video right here where I predict what I think the mob vote mobs will be. And little spoiler, a recent leak suggests that one of them may actually be true.